are at the LSU Rural Life Museum, I think it's called.
I think so. Leave it on.
This is the entranceway in. We just went by some botanical gardens that were absolutely gorgeous.
Flowers all the way in here.
Yep.
Almost still right in the middle of Baton Rouge. You wouldn't even think it happened.
Well, see? That's why I said that.
No. My baby
I
likes
like
the
cows,
cow
but man.
horn. There's an ass. You know, not me. You're an ass. Oh, that's an ass. I've heard of fake breasts. Now they got fake asses.
You're so...
So, Christina, where was it we're headed now? Oh, I'm sorry. In case of mistaken all identity.
I don't know, Doug. Where are we headed?
Oh, I love this woman.
Before and after the Civil War were plain folk. The LSU Rural.
This is interesting. This Francisco Vargas, native to Mexico in the mid-19th century, taught by a Catholic priest to sculpt these lifelike figurines using beeswax and some other ingredients, and made the wax fleshlight and heat resistant. The 30s and 40s. What a collection. Look at those outfits. It's so cool.
There's art, a smaller scale. So these are the granddaughters.
So this is the granddaughter's work? Wow. Quite the characters.
These are...
So this whole part of the museum deals with the harsh realities of slavery. Pretty much shows you documentation how the slaves were really viewed as nothing more than a possession, or bought and sold at markets, much like you would like a horse or a donkey or something like that. It's very eye-opening. So this part deals with the Industrial Revolution in Louisiana, and shows all these different cast iron pieces, cast iron hulltry. But I thought this was pretty interesting. They were even making cast iron coffins that had a window in them, so that once the person was embalmed and they'd be shipped to their place of burial, the family would want to see the deceased at the memorial service. So they'd place their head up there and they'd still be able to see them even though they're inside that cast iron coffin. (1924) Ford pickup truck. Pretty cool. That box is a little bit smaller than our pickup trucks of today. Very neat though. Some pretty unique wagons in this part. Early hearse wagons. These things were fancy. Wow, look at that one. Made by Cadillac. Look how fancy that thing is. Covered. Look at this thing. The heck is that? A vendor's wagon for popcorn and peanuts. Wow. Can you imagine how collectible that thing would be? Junior project, it says on it. Very cool. There's some neat stuff in here. I don't know how we're ever going to get through this place. So the guy was just telling us that the guy that had the land that started this museum, the legislature took part of his land, must be for the interstate. I think it was either 10 or I-12. And he said that he would put pictures of these guys up to be prominently displayed in his museum. So there they are. This looks like a wicker wagon. See the pictures of see the pictures of the rear ends up there?
Yeah. That's funny.
It seems like if there's a collection to be had in this place, they've pretty much got it. Look at these old outboard motors. Neat or what? I don't know how we're ever going to make it through this place. There's so much stuff in here. So this is what you see when you walk out into the courtyard in the back of the place after we've been in this museum. I said you could spend a day just in that inside part if you had a day to do it, I guess. You wanted to read all about all that stuff. Got some neat stuff here. A little miniature train. Where are you running off to?
I am not going in my belly.
Why?
There's a dead mouse right there.
She just found the dead mouse in a little post office building. Now she's going to be afraid to go in any of the rest of these buildings. So what's this building, hon? The store? The commissary.
Scaring anything that's in here.
Trying to scare away all the mice. I think you made the cameraman jump. I didn't know what was going on.
This is cool.
Shows all the old provisions, what the old store would have looked like. Very neat.
Look at that. Pigeons. I was right. Yes.
Let's just show you how beautiful it is out here.
You think you'd get enough cereal if you ate it out of this bowl, though?
That could be Roxy's new bowl. See if we can get Christina some kind of edumacation. She's gonna go into the old schoolhouse. Any mice?
I'm sure there are.
They don't travel in schools.
Some of these boards are.
Yeah. Oh no. Did you almost go through the floor?
It was crackling.
Very cool. So I think this would be the overseer's house. He would be the overseer of the slaves, basically. Look at those doors. You're going to see the difference between his house. Nice fireplace. They say the furnishings pretty accurate what they would have had. The brickwork seems to be kind of sparse, but this is
Probably not
pretty
for the
good
day.
compared to what other people had for the time period.
Is it tobacco?
The old smokehouse, the chicken house, the little small chicken house, and the separate kitchen. So you keep the heat in the summer away from the main house. And look at the garden. Nice garden. Beautiful out here. So these are actual buildings that were somewhere else, and they took them apart. They put them in here. So they had an actual sick house where somebody would be sent if they were sick. Keep them away from other people so everybody didn't get sick. So now you're going to see a slave cabin. The oldest of the Wellham plantation cabins. Two rooms straddling a single central chimney, which is shared back-to-back fireplaces. Wow. This shows you how the slaves lived. You thought that other place was sparse. Look at that furniture. Basically whatever you could make yourself. Fine for padding and sleep on the floor. And then somebody else lived over here. Basically the same thing on this side. Pretty rough. Another slave cabin. This one has an actual bed. See, not on the floor. Another bed that is on the floor. Look at these trees. Pretty cool. It's a gentle breeze. It's probably in about the mid 60s now. It's supposed to be 72 today. It's absolutely beautiful out here. Pretty cool looking building. Must be the blacksmith shop. That it is. Wow. Pretty authentic looking. All the tools and everything in here. Hole in the roof for ventilation. Hey, look out for the gators over there. Yeah. This is so cool out here. Look at that. Big old palms. Would they call that a cypress barn? All made out of hand-hewed cypress. Look at these places. Wow. Cute little church. They said the poorer churches didn't have money for stained glass, so it was pretty common that they would just paint the panes of glass, and that's what you got in this church. Pretty basic, that paint job. Old wooden pews. And there's your poor man's stained glass. Doesn't look that bad, really. You use what you got. Oh, we know what this little building was used for. That is a neat barn. You can probably see it better because the sun's shining on this side. So what's the story with this house, Christina?
I think the description is on the other side. It's so wet I can't get over there.
Ah.
That's the problem.
My wife just asked if this was the Mississippi River. I guess she's never seen the Mississippi before. which actually I know that's not true. She has. That's probably LSU right over there. You can see that building. LSU, they own this, right? You'd think these are the stairs to nowhere, but there's a trap door up there, and there must have been a bedroom or living quarters or something up there. So you've heard of a shotgun wedding? This is a shotgun house. I've heard it referred to in songs of a shotgun shack. So you shoot a shotgun in one end and it goes right out the other because the room's lined right up. Looks like Dan Mitchell's apartment.
Wow. Actually, it's not.
It's not bad. You could live
Not
in here,
bad.
couldn't you?
I could. Well,
It's bigger than our house.
no.
So this is the story of Uncle Jack. This is what the statue is called. And the guy wanted to do something for the black people he grew up with. And they put on here that it was for the faithful service of the good darkies of Louisiana, which of course is quite a racial slur. So it became kind of a symbol to black people of a real bad time, I think. So they're going to tear it down. And somebody basically saved his life. And there was a bunch of places, including the Smithsonian, that wanted it. But person that ended up owning it decided to send it here to this place. So that's where he is. So here's an old cemetery. I don't know if this is just a recreation of an old cemetery, which I would think. I don't think they actually have an old cemetery in here. So here we are at a pioneer cabin. This one's made of some big old gnarly logs. Generations of one family lived there until the 1960s. So it looks like it was built in 1810. Imagine that. The old potato house. Look at the size of those logs. And the chimney on the back of this thing. The frame of it must be made out of wood. Interesting looking corn crib. Pretty neat. Another real interesting looking cabin. Stoner Athens cabin. Huh. Wow, it's a pretty nice cabin. Look at that fireplace. You can almost walk up inside there. Neat porch. There's the dinner bell. Even got a side porch on it. So this one's a big old cabin. It has some pretty wide boards. Ah, this got like the breezeway in between. They said they do the outside chores in a nice shaded area. They call this the dog trot house. So this place was built in, finished in the late 1860s, and the same family lived in this house till 1976. Hard to believe. Didn't look like there was a lot of modernizing that went on. But you gotta love this design. with this breezeway in between. You get a lot of breeze through this house. So here's Christina standing in front of the Stoker barn.
Notice the nice
Are you giving tours of this place now? Wow, I think we found her a new job, folks. It's about time she got a job. You just don't look for one for me anytime soon. Oh, Christina, I found your soup bowl. You can use this for your gumbo soup. That's a big bowl. Roxy probably drink that much water in a day. Well, look what we got in here. That is some big horned cattle. Those Texas Longhorns. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. He thinks he's gonna get fed. Hey, boss. Hey, bossy. Oh, gonna get a little scratching on the post. Oh, here comes the other one. Doesn't want to miss out. So Christina's known to have this famous call. She can call squirrels, chipmunks, raccoons, longhorn sheep. Let's hear your universal call. See if you can get these.
What was that?
See if you can get these longhorn cattle over here. Give it a try.
All right, put your camera on the cows because they're gonna come running.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
This one would come over, but he's stuck.
It's stuck.
No, it's not working. Yeah, this guy. You try and act like you're stuck in there, I'm not gonna fall for it. He just wants me to go in there, pretend I'm a matador, take my red shirt off and start trying to be bullfighter. Imagine if you got poked with one of those horns. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, boss.
You a poser?
They got some big spiders around here. Oh, I got her with the old spider trick. Where are you going, Christina?
We're going to Lake Charles.
Lake Charles.
Yep. Louisiana.
And what are we going to find down there?
Cajun country.
Cajun country. They will probably want to make you into a Cajun queen when you get down there.
That's right.
Prettiest girl they ever seen.
Yeah.
Remember that song about the Cajun queen?
I think maybe I have heard that one.
Marie Laveau.
So what do you believe we're doing?
We are crossing over the Mississippi for the first time on this trip.
Woohoo! Riverboat.
Mighty Mississippi. The port of Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
There you go, Mississippi River.
Mississippi.
West Baton Rouge Parish.
There's the bridge we're crossing, folks. So there is the mighty Mississippi.
Good afternoon, Christina.
Good afternoon, Douglas.
So how many miles have we been on this bridge?
Miles upon miles upon miles.
In Louisiana. What's the name of this swamp? It's like Appalachia Swamp or something like that.
Atchafalaya, maybe?
This bridge must go on for 20 miles. And underneath you is just water and swamp.
I don't know if you can see down there, but it's woods, but it's all swampy.
This side's all water.
That side's all water. This side has some water and some woods. And it just keeps going as you can see we're probably up, I don't know, how many feet?
768 different songs.
I don't know, 20?
20 feet.
10, 20 feet.
Pretty consistently. Probably for the last 10 miles or so.
At least.
And it just seems like it's continuing this way. So we actually, oh, now there is definitely water down there.
There has been.
Oh.
Here we are. Still on the Gulf. Sun's going down. Big ship coming through. It's a big shipping lane right here. Got this whole place by ourselves. 50 miles from Lake Charles, Louisiana, straight south to get to the Gulf. A little bit crazy, but we're here, and it's a beautiful.
I can't believe that you're like, it's Hey everyone, if you're enjoying our videos, I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks!